Today we'll learn about the Native American winter solstice holiday called Soyal. Soyal takes place during the shortest day of the year because of the Earth's tilt on its axis and how far away from the sun we are. It is the day with the fewest hours of sunlight during the whole year. It's our winter. A fun fact about winter solstice is that the northern hemisphere of Earth, where we live, experiences the shortest day of the year in December, and the southern hemisphere of the Earth, where Antarctica is, experiences the longest day of the year because that's their closest point to the sun. This is their summer. And again, this is because of the way the Earth tilts on its axis and the Earth's rotation around the sun. This year, Soyal is celebrated this week. The shortest day of this year was yesterday, Wednesday, December 21st at 5:44 a.m. Today, our day will be a little longer than yesterday, and tomorrow will be a little longer than today until the summer solstice. Then our days will begin to get shorter again. Soyal is celebrated by the Zuni and Hopi Native Americans in order to bring back the sun from its long winter slumber. It begins the Kachina spirit season. Kachinas were spirits whose powers could be used to benefit the community with rain and protection for people, their animals, and the coming crops. The celebration begins with bringing happiness to the old year in order to fill the earth with bounty for the new year. Kachina are represented with dolls that are given to children and in dances by people dressed as Kachina in colorful costumes. Another custom is to give a gift of a scented feather to a friend. This ensures them a new year filled with hope, health, and joy. Another custom is to make a sun shield. It's made by cutting out a round piece of paper and decorating it with your own creative vision of the sun. You can also put a feather on it. The first Kachina that visits the tribe appears as a tired old man and chants a sacred song. This is followed by the story of the Blue Corn Maiden and other stories that are passed down to the children from the elders. The stories teach life lessons. According to the Hopi and Zuni legend, Blue Corn Maiden was the prettiest of the Corn Maiden sisters. The Pueblo people loved her very much, and they loved the delicious blue corn that she gave them all year long. Not only was Blue Corn Maiden beautiful, but she also had a kind and gentle spirit. She brought peace and happiness to the people of the Pueblos. One cold winter day, the Blue Corn Maiden went out to gather firewood. This was something she would not normally do. While she was out of her adobe house, she saw Winter Kachina. Winter Kachina is the spirit who brings the winter to the earth. He wore his blue and white mask and blew cold wind with his breath. But when Winter Kachina saw Blue Corn Maiden, he loved her at once. He invited her to come to his house, and she went with him. Inside his house, he blocked the windows with ice and the doorway with snow, and made Blue Corn Maiden his prisoner. Although Winter Kachina was very kind to Blue Corn Maiden and loved her very much, she was sad living with him. She wanted to go back to her own house and make her blue corn grow for the people of the Pueblos. Winter Kachina went out one day to do his duties and blow his cold wind upon the earth and scatter snow over the mesas and valleys. While he was gone, Blue Corn Maiden pushed the snow away from the doorway and went out of the house to look for the plants and food she loved to find in the summer. Under all the ice and snow, all she could find was 4 blades of yucca. She took it back to the Winter Kachina's house and started a fire. Winter Kachina would not allow her to start a fire when he was in the house. When the fire was started, the snow in the doorway fell away, and in walked Summer Kachina. Summer Kachina carried in one hand fresh corn and the other many blades of yucca. He came toward his friend Blue Corn Maiden. Just then Winter Kachina stormed through the doorway, followed by a roar of winter wind. Winter Kachina carried an icicle in his right hand, which he held like a knife, and a ball of ice in his left hand, which he waved like an axe. It looked like Winter Kachina intended to fight with Summer Kachina. As Winter Kachina blew a blast of cold air, Summer Kachina blew a warm breeze. When Winter Kachina raised his icicle knife, Summer Kachina raised his bundle of yucca leaves, and they caught fire. The fire melted the icicle. Winter Kachina saw that he needed to make peace with Summer Kachina, not war. The two sat and talked. They agreed that Blue Corn Maiden would live among the people of the pueblos and give them their corn, the blue corn, for half the year in the time of the Summer Kachina. The other half of the year, Blue Corn Maiden would live with the Winter Kachina, and the people would have no corn. Blue Corn Maiden went away with Summer Kachina, and he was kind to her. She became the sign of springtime, eagerly awaited by the people. But sometimes when spring has come already, Winter Kachina will blow cold winds suddenly or scatter snow when it's not snow season. He does this just to show how displeased he is to have to give up Blue Corn Maiden for half the year. To celebrate, we have already cut out round pieces of paper for you to make your own sun shield. Decorate it with your creative vision of the sun. Add your feather to it. We hope you have enjoyed our presentation on the winter solstice holiday of Soyal.